So, last time, I didn't miss too much. You missed everything and nothing all at the same time. On the bright side, well, one, I had fun. I had more fun than I thought that stream just because of the dumb dice. But, as far as I'm aware, we almost maxed out our coins, which is fantastic, because now I have zero excuse to not just get all the forging done. So since we're starting a little early anyways, I think this is a good time to actually take care of the forging. We can just retreat back here and resume trying to figure out where to go next once we're done with all that. Might as well take care of it now before we max out our money. So, it's forging time. I love the Forger. My favorite part of the Forger is the movie where there's a scene where they do the forging to the forging time music, or however it goes. Actually, before I buy or rebuy all the material, maybe I should pick up the stuff that I've already forged. Wow, we just started the stream at 99,000 coins. Well, somewhere in the 90,000 range, and yet look at us now. We're already back down to 700. Dark Sword. It's probably an amazing attack, but without the Cleric's Ring, kind of pointless to do cursed equipment. Alright, let's see what we get from this stuff. Salamander Rod. That looks fun. Well, I was asking for armor, so I got at least something. What? No! No! Y'all saw how much money I had at the start of the stream. There's no way forging is that much. Well, I already said I wasn't going to hold on to the cursed equipment, so I guess we can at least sell that and see how much it's worth. I don't think anyone needs to see... Yes, I know. I'm poor now. And I'm semi-rich again. The economy's really fluctuating. And I have to bite my tongue really hard to avoid making an economics joke. I probably don't even need to make all this equipment, but I won't feel satisfied until I have everything cleared out. And I won't feel completely satisfied having everything cleared out until I actually forge it all. Alright. On the bright side, I think, like, if I'm not mistaken, this is the last thing. For now. Floating hat. That's kind of cute. I don't even think... It's a shame because there's literal raw material made out of floating stone in Dark Dawn, or floating material in general. And yet, I'm pretty sure the floating hat's not in that game. Alright. Now to figure out the best way to make use out of all this cool new equipment we've gotten. Well, apparently the only person that is boosting is Felix, so here you go. All this build-up and does not feel like that much. Who needs luck? Who needs luck when you got skill? I think I proved my luck stat is high enough from the last stream. Right. Floating hat is literally a useless item that can't protect your head because it hovers over it. You raise a good point. I like to justify it as it floats just right above your head, so unless you're just going straight to the face, which a hat wouldn't protect you from anyways, it would still block it. Like, any sort of hammer swinging movement, there's a term for it. let's just say overhead, any overhead movement the hat would get in the way of, even if it was floating slightly. On the bright side, hopefully, because this forgeable stuff was so expensive to forge in the first place, hopefully we get a pretty penny for selling some of this stuff back. If not, I don't think it will matter because, like... I mean, fair. From wind, cold, and rain. Rain is overhead, so I'd argue that it's still protect from rain, but everything else, you got me there. Like, anything that comes from the sky, everything that comes from above to below to hit your head, hats can arguably still protect. Anything that actually requires it to actually be on the head, nah. Oh, that's right. I was debating whether or not I was actually gonna use that armor or not. I'd only lose like 3 defense points for all that agility. And yet, I see blue arrow and it makes me sad. Oh, I completely forgot to look at the fact that, like, this is boosting my synergy points, which I care about more than speed anyways, so... Sure, goodbye. And right, the boots are kind of useless too. Maybe my money wasn't as maxed out as I thought it was. Whatever. The main point of this was to clear out my inventory, and inventory is looking pretty clean at the moment for videos. I just realized we never went over the circle thing. I was planning on just using the guide, but since this is the organic way you're supposed to figure out organic in heavy quotes, this is the organic way you figure out the scene. If you want to go to the stars, you want to go to the stars. Go north past the twins, passing 2 swirls. Run diesel around the trunk. Haste without waste and head to the east. Pass 3 to the north. Yeah, we're just gonna listen to the song because I can already tell that this is gonna go right over my head, and I'm just gonna reference the strategy guy anyways. Take the wrong way, you'll face a watery grave. I say it's pointless, but I'm gonna keep going. It is a cute song, and I'm pretty sure it's the only time we hear it in the game, so why not? The whole point of this randomizer is to get reacquainted with the Lost Age. So why not get reacquainted with everything with Lost Age? How many more? I'm doing it to myself, and yet... Do 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 do. It's catchy, and yet on my ears. Felix, you're supposed to jump into the sun. That's part of the game. Weird of the kids to kick you out all the way out here, but sure. That sure was an experience. Alright. So... is there an inn here? I might as well rest up while I'm thinking of it. It'd be cheaper to do it here than wherever else I go. So... trying to think of what the most productive thing that we did last stream, and all that comes to mind was the dice game. In actuality, we did start exploring the west side of the world map, but I didn't find anything too useful of note yet. I mean, there was a couple gens, but in terms of tools that would actually let us progress the plot, nothing too spectacular despite all the places I checked out. Well, I think I guess I explored this continent pretty well. Where's Magma's Rock? Yeah, we got Magma's Rock on the map here. I guess next thing to do is circle around here. Assuming it didn't put my bolt on... what do you know? It put my bolt on pretty much the other side of the continent. Fantastic. Oh, that was not the zoom out button. But that was arguably a more useful button for this situation. If I knew I had to walk all the way to Magma's Rock, maybe I would have just fast traveled there. Though, honestly, it probably would have been just as quick to... you know what? It's probably still faster if I retreat here and then take the boat out. Still gonna be a bit of a pain because we don't have the wings yet. We can't do Jupiter Lighthouse until we get Cyclone. Not too keen on the fact that, like, the main big hint that we got is that we pretty much need to go to the Mars Lighthouse before we can do the Jupiter Lighthouse. Weird. What is it? Makes me wonder what the point of that room altogether is. We'll play it by ear. But there is a chance this will be a short stream. I foolishly already did a decent size recording session for Pokemon XG. Yeah, it did it. So I've already done quite a bit of commentary today, and I was kind of on the fence if I would actually be up to doing more of a stream, but I was feeling it pretty ambitious going in. A little nervous because of outside factors, but beyond that, pretty good. And I didn't stream last week because I took the week off, so all the more reason to stream again this week. Worst case scenario, if I find myself getting tired or running out of things to say too early, we'll go for like hour and a half instead of my average 2-hour stream. And there's always a possibility of doing more if I'm really feeling for it. Can't tell if this was a Ginny Island that we explored already, but I assume that if we actually did any exploring on this continent, that there would be something in our map. There can't be nothing here, right? Looking so forward to realizing that this was indeed the place where I got the Ginny last stream. And all this running around was completely in vain. Maybe just a quick encounter check. Or two. Nothing else. Oh, that's right, I still have to curse. Well, that's not my fault. If the game would have given Jenna a better weapon to use, then we would have easily got rid of the weapon for something else. Come on, Jenna. You could have a cool weapon like Sheba over there, but no, you just have to refuse to equip anything but the Witch's Wand and a bunch of other things that don't really matter at the end of the day. there's actually trees blocking that. It kind of looks like it's just overpass and overshadow over something. But nope, it's actually an obstacle. I kind of wonder... This, in particular, is making me regret having my movements mapped to a control pad and not the control stick. It's working fine for literally everything else I've done with Golden Sun, both this and Lost Age. But of course, now it's becoming an issue, and I wish I had the stick movement. And I guess I could talk a little bit about the XD recording. Overall, pretty good. Overall, went pretty good. I kind of wish I was... it didn't feel like top tier commentary. Oh, that actually counts as shallow water I can beach on. Maybe I should turn out encounters until I see if there's anything of use here. Oh, this is like the dungeon where you use lift, but I don't have that. Hopefully it'll at least appear on our map so we can come back here later. Nope, it's just a random cave in the middle of nowhere. You know what, I'm gonna just be extra thorough, just to assure myself that I've fully explored the place. Cause like, look, there's Whirlwind. Surely that'll lead to something important. Wait, isn't this how you like get to the town where you would normally get a hover? Yeah, I think so. And we do have the Shaman's Rod, so even though I kind of have a feeling that it won't lead to anything, we could get that quest underway. Right, no one... I remember now, no one even bothers to talk to you until you do the main quest here. Not go into an entrance? But I'm an RPG protagonist. Alright, game, how do you want me to do this? Oh, wow, we can't even get in. Right, I don't have mind read. Nothing personal, but nobody in town will talk to you. It may seem weird, but it's a law among the shaman tribe. Do I really want to do this now? Or do I want to, like, clear everything else out? I guess there's... What is the randomizer? Good question. If you look at the description of the stream, it'll take you to the site where I made the randomizer seed from. I'm doing an intermediate seed, which essentially means that all items are shuffled. Synergies and the classes tied to them are shuffled. The genies are shuffled. And the unleashes that the items you get from chests are shuffled, along with the unleashes on the weapons you already have. So there's quite a bit randomized. And yet there's room for even more chaos. But part of the stream is to try to get myself reacquainted with the Lost Age, so I didn't want to get too crazy with it. Well, that's awesome. Thanks for the info. I'm excited to watch for a bit. No problem. Yeah, let's go ahead. What's wrong? I was gonna say? Then what are you standing around for? Get out of town. here we go. Oh, it just skips right to the mini game that we still play. Yeah. I don't know if you want to get me started on NSO. Now, is it gonna... Oh, is it just... Now that I think more about it, maybe it just skips the mini game, because another thing of this randomizer is that there are some cutscene skips implemented into it to make the gameplay go by smoother. And I'm wondering if the game is even still in here because of that. As the saying though, God, I am salty about the way NSO kind of treats. Right, it's already back here. I'm a little salty about the way NSO's been treating Golden Sun. Like, they just very vaguely tease the first game, and there's no sign that the second game is even coming. It's just safe to assume that if Golden Sun 1 is coming, that Golden Sun 2 will be around shortly after. And I'm lucky. Before we get started, I gotta say, I made a joke in an editorial that I uploaded of my first time playing Banjo-Kazooie, kind of taking jabs of how Golden Sun still not on NSO. I was so worried that that joke was gonna get outdated by the time I uploaded the video, but nope. Still no sign of Golden Sun NSO release date.